and welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack, and today I'm here with Alex. Thank you, brother, for coming.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, coming from Source Distribution here, who look after Moog in the UK. And it's a really special day for me because I've only seen the teaser video of it. I've deliberately, like I normally do, shut myself in a cupboard, and we're blessed to see what have we got in front of us.
Just the Moog one, mate. Don't worry about it. It's kind of the Moog one.
Cash.
Yeah,
and
super cash.
I've seen some peripheral videos on it. Mainly, it's here, as you know. I'm not the super technical guy. You want to just
don't want you to be technical.
Exactly. You're going to introduce me.
You don't have to be technical. All right. So, for those who don't know, obviously we know what this is, but it's this mega, super, hyper analog polysynth from Moog. It's the synth that people have been asking Moog to make for since the memory Moog for more than 30 years. And this is it. And what is it? I mean, it's like, I think the best way of summing it up is honestly like anything you could possibly imagine an analog synth to do or could do, an analog subtractive synth, this can basically do that. Plus, it has obviously tons of patch memory. You can save everything. And I think just what's so nice about this machine beyond how it sounds is just how it is to use and play. It's super friendly. It's bizarre how, you think a professional instrument is supposed to be like difficult to use. If I'm spending a lot of money on an instrument, it's going to be very grown up and very hard and deep. It's super deep, but it's actually super friendly. But I don't think today we're going to do much sound design. What we want to do is actually play the sounds. Like, I've got you here. I want you to play these things because it's meant to be played. It's a polysynth, and this is the 16 voice model. Obviously, there's an 8 voice. So you've got 10 fingers. Let's make use of them. So this sound that we had, this is basically what I've done is I've curated a load of presets. You get tons and tons of presets with this thing. But I've created my own group, which I call favourites. These are all the ones that I've picked. This is Oneness. Which is a gorgeous sort of evolving pad. There's loads of really beautiful pads. And then the other one, which is one that I kind of adapted, a built-in preset, is I've called Nils Fram Vibes Are. This is like an arpeggio, which just sounds great no matter which white note you press. Vibes for days. Vibes out, mate.
Sounds so good!
So what else we got?
It's quite arresting, actually.
Yeah.
It's quite... I deliberately stay out the room when you plug these things and I come in. I'm used to this environment and there's a complexity and almost like looking at a landscape. It's so much deeper and more... everything. It's more of everything.
So this obviously, it's got built-in effects. So it's got eventide reverbs and stuff.
No, I didn't.
So it's got eventide master reverbs, which mean that the sounds become, if you build them up to be like soundscapes, so you can almost make tracks, or you can absolutely make tracks just with the synth, because you've got 3 layers, 3 synths within this machine. You have 3 different voices, and you can pan them in different places. So a lot of these sounds are built up of multiple sounds.
That's what I'm
this one, for
hearing,
example,
this kind of wide stereo amazingness.
So with this one, this is called Polyop. I've made a note: amazing X, Y, and mod wheel tricks.
Can I do that bit when you're doing?
Yeah,
oh, no, you do it. You do it. You do it.
I'm just gonna push. If you push the X, Y hold button, and then do it again, and let go. starts like it's like a sort of brassy sound, but then it breaks apart. I'm genuinely not sure how they've done that, but it's really cool. And you can build like this kind of ambient sort of pad out of it. I've got another razor.
Incredible feel to this as well. Completely new feel and world.
That kind of nice touchy
yeah,
feel.
it's so posh, man.
So this is called Razor Lead, and I made a note, strange rough edge to it. Nice. And I want you to play, like, try
like Chris.
Yeah, exactly, mate. You're sweet, you're not rough.
Right, so I get to play it. Shit, this is the first time I touched it. It's the very first time. So I've got to get the grease off my fingers. At a vegetable samosa. Right, here we go. Give us the key, Chris. C. Thank you, bro. I can play chords with it! I forgot I can play chords with it!
It's like up to 16 notes, mate.
Oh, can I play a big fat chord? I can!
Nice. You've got a foot pedal down here as well, foot sustain. Hold some like funk, those are funk sustains.
Yeah, man. Oh, okay.
It's weird, that one. It's got ring mod, so that's giving it that like weird, like inharmonic sort of vibe.
It's so weird to be able to play so many chords with it.
Yeah.
And then just sustain it.
So, whirly.
Oh.
Keep going.
Oh,
That's so nice.
Really posh.
It's like going with sort of James Blake vibes. Pitch wheel.
Oh!
Nice, that, isn't it?
The keys are really... What are the keys?
I'm not sure. It's a really
They're from another planet?
Yeah, it's like a really super nice keyboard.
What is this? The beveled edge?
They're almost like matte, aren't they? Like the black notes kind of...
If it was... Sort of and these are very long. Very long. Okay. This is nice, really weird, man, being able to do this on a
part like kind of analog.
Yeah.
And it seems like, with sounds like this, where you think, well, like analog synths obviously traditionally were used to model real instruments, like to do a Wurlitz or a Rhodes. I think it's nice to have these kind of almost Rhodeses and Wurlitz. They actually sound really nice.
Let's do a... lines and your protest signs. Woo, don't punish me. Ah, you can just play any cheesy old soul song on it as well, which means I can buy one. I can justify it.
Mate, if that's what you need, just get it.
That's what I need, man. Oh, sorry, I was full modded up.
Actually,
what I love is Chris every time just going. Sorry, I'm just about. I just see him spitting out every time.
Like that. I really like this one. When I'm going through this, I'm finding lots of like really huge, amazing, like mind-blowing things. But I think it's nice to have the like super delicate. Oh. Do I have a go on this? Just something really jet delicate and fragile. And don't forget about your sustain as well. Lovely, that's lovely, well done.
Mate, thanks for fiddling. You're taking me on a little voyage there.
It's got this almost like semi-baroque kind of vibe going on, which is always good. That's like,
Baroque and roll, man. Baroque and roll.
Come on, mate.
Sorry.
I'm going to have to charge you for that one, I think. It's like the sort of princey stances or like Obi stance. Try some of this. Majestic FM. That sounds promising.
Like Corrupt FM.
Yeah.
People do nothing. Best MC in the galaxy.
So you get cinematic. That's like sort of, super cinematic.
Wow, it sounds, like an army's approaching from the left of my ear. Like a distant, malevolent army. It is, man.
Yeah, it sounds like
it's
I would go
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird because normally I just hear the
like
sound.
sort of images.
Yeah,
like,
and there's all this other stuff going on.
Right.
Filters, I can hear like things going still over there.
Yeah.
And then this evil orc army.
Yeah, like with all of these things, because as I said, you can layer up 3 sounds. So meaning, if you buy the 16 or the 8, you've got 16 fingers that you can play at once, but it's 16 available voices so you could have like, one synth with all 16, or you could have one synth that can play 8 notes, but has got 2 layers that comprise it. And then you can, because you've got panning, it's really easy to have stuff that just moves and does stuff.
That's so beautiful as well, the panning on a...
Yeah, like when it's super stereo, things are moving in different fields, and obviously the reverbs. So what do I think? C# 2, F# 2. This is how good I am at C#, F# 2. That's this one, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah.
Just made me think of Kraftwerk.
Yeah.
So just try it. This is ladder filter that it's going through, so it's this filter here. Lovely, the filter, but again that gentle stuff, like so nice. It's like pure sort of computer, the best bits of Computer World, which is like shout out to Computer World, one of the greatest albums ever made.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were using like mini Moog, so it's not really surprising that you obviously get like those sorts of tones. Another one was this patch Envoy, which I've made a note, pure Caitlin Aurelia Smith vibes, if you know her. She does like sort of really lovely kind of ambient sort of stuff, using like Buchla, Music Easel, obviously a lot of modular. So hold some black notes and adjust the arp rate.
Do it.
Right, here there's like... Boop, boop, boop.
Right, we're in, we're locked in. I love it when he gets an arpeggiator going.
That's like, because the arpeggiator, it's like the arpeggiator's sort of
It's quite a moving thing, actually.
Oh yeah. Do you mean moving?
No, like moving to here. like no bullshit. There's so much going on that it's arresting
like
my brain.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I'm trying to dissect it in my ear. I can't watch you because I'm like, there's so much more going on. We spent some time together playing on other synths, and it really is a new world.
Mate, like something like this is, you know, it's a big investment. It's obviously, you know, they're not a cheap device. But you think, well, this is the kind of thing where you can have moments like that and actually explore, just create ideas. It's like a real ideas machine. Like one thing, just to mention, we're not really talking about features, we're just playing, but I'll mention one feature because it is relevant. The snapshot thing. So the point of that is that, you know, this thing is like a sound design sort of like dream. Like anything you can imagine you want a synth to do, it can do. And it's like, well, and as you explore avenues, I think it's quite, you know, you're approaching a sound but you're not quite there yet. You risk that thing of, if I adjust that one setting, will this break what's cool about my patch? And if you push snapshot, it saves the state of the synth at that point into a kind of Inception style preset within a preset.
Yeah.
So every time I push that button and turn a dial, it saves the state. So I could just turn everything, push the snapshot.
Right.
And then if I go shift and snapshot, I can return, go back in time in my DeLorean.
Like Synth iCloud.
Synth iCloud. You can go,
Time machine, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, totally.
What?
You go back in time and you can, and that's saved as part of a preset. So 10 years from now, I can go back and revisit the old snapshots. So
I literally got a shiver up my spine.
So it's like
it's so posh. That is such a posh feature.
But it's just a button. It's funny how
it's not on anything.
Exactly, no one's done that before. Like that's what I mean about this being like incredibly friendly to use in a way that's it's so like inviting, and it means that you can always go in different directions, and you kind of when you branch off on one sound, you can always return to the root of the branch, kind of explore a different direction or something, and create a new preset. You know, I don't know what this is. You've also got chord memory, so I can go. I've actually modded this sound to add more piao. That's this. Copper part is another one. Copper part.
Can I check with one really dorky question?
Yeah, go on.
Because it all looks great. I see all the like normal.
No dorky questions.
Oh no, it's for me.
Now.
Thank you, mate. So I've often struggled with multi-layered panels.
Mate, I
do you know what I mean? Like, so people go, you got all these voices, and you're like,
I'll never bother to do that. It's too complicated.
Yeah, where am I? And I see we got this panel focus thing in the middle.
Yeah.
How does that work? Is there any like?
It's really complicated, right? So, in order to edit, so like we said, a sound can be made up of multiple parts.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can find another. This is like a Wicked FM sound. But you can see that this is where it says one there, copper kettle. That's layer one. Actually, I can go through my presets. So if I go like I believe, this is like the same one. What that sound is made up out of is two different sounds, main and width, you know. And basically, to edit a different sound, all you have to do is push the button that corresponds. So 1 means synth 1, 2 means synth width, and then 3 there's actually no sound. but you can just turn it on and then, and actually I'm explaining this badly, but you literally push the button. Whenever you push it, that's what I'm seeing on the panel,
simple.
and I can just change the dial.
And with this
and I can push
screen,
multiple buttons, so I can add layers together.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like,
that is the feature that everyone. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put you on the spot, but you just got to it. Because I just want global filter sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah,
global filter. I don't want to go.
No, totally. Or like release. I just want the sound to get longer. You just mush them all together at the same time, like a Juno chorus button.
Yeah, man. And there's great feedback on the screen. It's actually throbbing the parts of
the parts throb when you play
play them. So in a kind of visual way, very clever.
Yeah, it is. Right, I'm going to play you. We haven't really explored bass sounds. So there is a kind of, what's the word? There's a question that's on everyone's lips, which is that it's a 16-voice synth and it's made up of 3 oscillators. That means there are 48 analog oscillators in this thing, 24 in the 8-voice. What does it sound like doing unison bass? And the answer is this.
Hang on a minute! Oh my god! Whoa! I think we just blew up the speakers.
Cool. I think we probably should just...
Let's give it another go. Whoa! When you get down there,
that literally is very, very much going to kill these atoms. Get down low, come on, play some of that low stuff down here. So this is the danger zone, isn't it? Like,
hey! This is for the G's, this is for the hustlers. This is for the G's.
That's my favourite. And like this particular note just seems to make like...
What is that?
It's just nuts. Well, it's unison, so meaning that it's like all the voices at the same time slightly detuned from each other. So
it literally ripped a new arse in our little speakers. It's like, you've got to do there. We're going to go over here and we're just going to go... and jam all these big old oscillators in that arse. That's what we heard. Come on, I'm excited.
Right, this is another... You need to play this. More funk like you were just playing. This is it. This is why you go.
I haven't played that for about 20 years.
Yeah,
hey!
Go on. Keep going.
Ain't nobody better. Oh.
Try this one as well. Same sort of one. That's ace. That's like dual filter, because you've got 2 filters. When you have 2 filters working together, you can create this sort of vowel sounds, like human voice sounds. You can kind of hear it, like doing a bit of that.
Oh yeah. Also
Try it, go on, you again.
There's like distant rain going on or something.
Yeah. So there's like funk sort of big poly brass sounds that like, yeah, you would do like Jupiter 80 vibes.
Right, newbie question.
Yeah.
And I hate to break up the vibe, but I really don't know much about it because I'm killing it. I was just thinking, when you said, oh, Jupiter 8 vibe, like where is there a delineation in the sound technology of this from any other Moog synths, or did they look at it? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, well, a little bit. Like it's not. It's obviously visually. If you look at a picture of Google the memory Moog, you'll be like, that looks like the Moog 1. Like it is meant to look like and act like the memory Moog. And I believe, you know, speaking on their behalf, that the 1 is capable of doing anything a memory Moog can do. But it's not. It isn't a recreation of the memory Moog, as in it's not like the memory Moog's oscillators and filter. But it is a Moog ladder filter, and it is like their modern oscillators, which owe their kind of lineage to the mini Moog. You know, but the sort of modern oscillators have been found in like the mother, the D family, the grandmother and stuff. Or they're slightly, you know, well, no, they are similar. And the point is, it's all sort of modern components. It's like a modern design, but it's a modern interpretation of an older design. It's just not. It's not the memory Moog, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it can do what, you know, it's that kind of thing, because once you have 3 analog Moog oscillators and a Moog ladder and plenty of modulation, you just get into that sort of super vibey territory that the memory Moog could do with loads of like low-end sort of heft. The other thing that, like mentioning, because I said the Jupiter kind of specifically, because it's got this state variable filter, which is not actually based on the Roland filter, but it's it gives you that other flavour, because the ladder has obviously got its own characteristic. It's super classic and Moogy, but the state variable is more acid, more cutting. All of these are multi-mode, so they've got band pass and high pass. You can use them together, like we were creating vowel sounds, and that's how you do that. But you've got 2 different filters, and that kind of gives it the sound of 2 different synths, if that makes sense.
Right.
But you can also do stuff where you like put one sound through the state variable, use that for a bit of bass in the left channel, route another sound through the ladder filter, use that for a bit of something in the right. You know what I mean? It's like
a rack of synths.
It literally is like certainly 3.
I've got one of those stands
3
with all my synths on. The weird like A-frame stands, and that's what I'm thinking.
Like one thing you can remember, we were playing around with synth 1, 2, 3 and using them as layered elements. You can turn the keyboard off, and you could have synth 1 being a bass sound, synth 2 being a pad, synth 3 being brass, and you could send, using MIDI, you can play each layer individually, and you can send it out from the synth individually. So it really is literally like having 3 synths.
Yeah.
So you can have 3 sounds like simultaneously.
Yeah.
And doing different things.
I'm just gonna have a little look. I'm just gonna have a little look at her.
You can have a little look, mate.
Oh,
just have a little look.
God, there's a lot going on the back here.
There's
a lot going on the back. This
expression,
just a little bit as well to give people an idea. This is one of the poshest things I've ever seen on a keyboard. Like this
grill.
The little grill here. It's like those old, really expensive separates, hi-fi decks for me.
Like valve-based.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Totally. No valves, sadly, but it is. It's for like heat.
Yeah, man. Right, okay, so there's a lot cooking in there.
There's a lot of analog warmth inside this bad boy.
And it's not too... I was worried it was going to be
like
uber massive.
CS80 size. Nah. No, it's not. And I have carried this one by myself. You shouldn't do that, by the way. Don't do that. You should get a friend to help.
Right, yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it's £45 is the
But the attention to detail, and we're really lucky. They're not here yet, are they?
No, and I mean, when this comes out, you know, they will still not be here, I think. And it's, you've kind of just got to get a pre-order in and sit tight. It's just one of those things.
It'll be a treat, man.
You know, and you can actually see, people have obviously been all over the videos on Moog's channel, but you can actually watch Moog ones being built. You can see them. They're hand assembled in Asheville. So
they're beautiful. It's so beautiful. Everything about it is a work of art. It's like a custom shop Strat, like from the master build.
Yeah, that vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's play with more sounds. This is release Detune, which I initially
release Detune.
Release Detune. So what's mad is what happens when you release the keys. So you. Are you wearing headphones? Because you need headphones for this.
Get them on.
Like, if you're not wearing headphones for this video as well, like...
Get alive.
Don't make any judgments on this synth. It's mad, like, when you release the key, it does a little, like, swirl. I don't know quite how they've done that, like... But I guess they've, like, set an LFO. Actually, you can, if you want to sort of deconstruct a patch, so we don't want to go too much into this, but this is the mod section where all of the modulations, the control that you make, the invisible helping hands of the synth, are all laid out in a big list for you. So it's very obvious, you know, you can see there are 8 modulations on this synth. And so you can sort of deconstruct what people have done and disable elements as well, if you wanted to. The other mad thing, just from a sound designer's perspective, is that if you, and especially if you're a player, for example, you maybe set up the keyboard to do different things depending on how hard you push the keys, like there's aftertouch, and you might say, well, I like it when the aftertouch like gives me a little bit of filter with a little bit of like mod wheel or something. You can set up this kind of arrangement in the mod matrix so that when you do things, it reacts in a particular way. And you can actually save modulation matrices as a sort of preset. But it's not a preset that sounds, it's a preset of control. And you can load them into other sounds. So if you're like...
Little blocks of...
Yeah, sort of blocks of control. So you're like, I really like this sound that I've made, but I want it to be controllable in the way that that preset I made 2 days ago was. So you go in, you extract it.
It's rewarding your effort of your, like
amazing.
with the snapshot as well. Like if you go meandering, you search it, you don't. It's not wasted every time.
No, it's like the friend. It's like everything you could hope. Like the
and just the feel of this keyboard is rather remarkable. It's like the poshest synth thing. My favourite is DX7 action, even back in the day.
I like DX7 as well. That weird sort of like. It's like, I don't know how you describe it. Like you're a player.
It's got that. It's got that. It's in spades, like a sense of depth, but like someone's thought about it.
I think we'd be remiss also to not do one thing, which is like the first thing that I wanted to do with this.
Oh, hang on a minute.
It's like conceptual. It's like, can you tell where I'm going with this?
I can see it. I can see it. Also, would it be all right? I think that this being beautiful to sit here, we're going to do. Can I have a little play through these presets, maybe in a video after this, and we'll leave it here with you, just because this looks very exciting. If you could introduce the name of this preset.
Okay, so
and then play us out. That'd be a privilege, man.
Come on, thank you, Jack.
And get that would be an honour. Oh, wow, Moog 1. Alex, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me, man.
Introduce this and then blow my away.
Okay, so this is the sort of conceptual joke, which is that, you know, if you have a layered synth, you want a kind of CS80 style sound. So it's just having a go at, like, everyone's favourite CS80 sound.